look at this. I came out with a first class.
Okay.
Like, whoa, oh wow, start seeing me as one smart kid.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Studentship YouTube channel. Today I'm here live at the University of Nigeria. I'm so very excited for this video because in this video we'll be meeting with a best graduating student. You know what it means to be a best graduating student at the University of Nigeria. It's definitely not easy because this is one of the best federal universities in Nigeria. So I'm going to be asking this best graduating students some very vital questions to aid you as a student, to get good grades, and also if you wish to graduate with a first class, you're going to be hearing our story firsthand. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So what's the name?
My name is Angela Imejuru.
Wow, nice to meet you.
Same here.
Yeah, so you graduated with first class from this university. That is yeah. Are you trying to be humble about it or?
Yes, I just said yes. That's more like me accepting that.
Okay, tell me, when you tell people you graduated with first class, is there any perception, a different way they try to look at you with these expectations?
Of course, that time when they think you're a normal student or someone who's just there, not too brilliant or something, and then I tell them, okay, my result is out, or look at this, I came out with a first class.
Okay.
Like, whoa, oh wow, start seeing me as one smart.
So I want to ask, when did you set a goal for yourself you wanted to graduate to first class, or was it something that just during your academics you started seeing good grades and you're like, okay, maybe I can do this?
All right, so the moment I gained admission in 2017,
okay,
I had to write down my goals. And yeah, even yesterday or this morning, I had to go through the book where I wrote the stuffs I really wanted to achieve.
Yeah,
so I had it in mind already. I wrote it down that I want to graduate with a first class. Yes.
Wow. Wow, that is very awesome. So definitely, if you are watching this, first of all, write your goals down. Yeah, it's very, very necessary. So at what point did you know that, okay, I'm actually going to get this first class? Because a lot of students actually set this goal, good grades, I want to get first class, but at the end of the day, they don't actually get it. So at what point did you started?
Okay, I would say in my third year.
Wow.
Although I set the goal of coming out with the first class, but I was not first class oriented in quote. I was just success oriented per semester.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this semester I want to ensure that I don't get a C in my courses, okay, like that. So sort of, it was in third year when we were asked to do a cumulative, that we should just check our CGP, yeah. That I said, oh, okay. I saw the full grades and everything together.
Wow.
But all the while I was just after making sure I don't fail, I don't get C's or something, more of A's and maybe B's and all. So it was in third year I really realized that, okay, I was in the first class range. Yeah.
So how did it feel like when you discovered that, okay, you're in this first class student?
Was it when the result came out?
Like when you calculated your CGPA in your third year, you discovered, okay, I'm on first class. So what was the feeling like at that point?
Okay, I was happy. At the same time, I was a bit tense. I said, okay, I have one whole year or one whole academic section to go. So I have to just be up and doing. I really wanted my CGPA to be about 4.9 or there, but so... So when I said it was about 4.6 there, but I said, oh, okay, Angela, you're still dancing. So if you're joking, your final year, see, you're off this, you have to be up and doing. So it was a mix of happiness, excitement, and then, okay, you have to be up and doing so you don't drop.
Not like, let me just get a A or a B. You're not conscious.
Yes, I was now conscious, I wanted to really hit it.
Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yes,
so let me ask, what was your highest GPA at the university during your academics?
That was 4.7.
4.7.
Not too high, it's not so high, but 4.7.
Getting 4.7 at the University of Nigeria is a very big deal.
Right?
Your departments are there, they graduate first class, or it's something that comes once in a while?
Well, since I came into the schools in my first year, we've been having first classes.
Okay.
But they're just limited, about 2, 3 sometimes, like that.
All right. So when you saw your final results, you calculated your CGPA, and of course you got your first class, and being the best graduating student, like, how did your family receive the news? Because I'm sure you informed them, right?
Of course I did. Okay, it seems they were all expecting that. I don't know how. It seems they were all expecting it. So when I called my mom and I'm like, Mommy, our result is out. Okay. You're like, okay. I said, Ma, it's the first class, the best graduating. So like, wow. Then she now asked me one question that threw me off. She said, is it in the entire school? I'm like, Father. I'm like, Father, just accept this.
You can imagine the expectation already.
Hide. And some other person stood there asked me the same question. I'm like, oh, please, it's my department for now. So that's it.
That expectation, has it always been there, like maybe right from secondary school?
You know, I've been into the music before I came into school, so I was already excelling. They already knew me as Angela, the music person. You're good, just go and smash and come back. You know, maybe because of that expectation, they wanted me to now champion the entire school. So, but however, it's fine.
It's understandable. It's understandable. So, like music as a course, there are a lot of students out there that don't really understand what the course entails, because some people might be, it's just all about, if you know how to sing very well, maybe you get a first class or something like that. So, what the course really entails, you know, as a department in university?
Whoa. Okay, first of all, I want to say that if you've had this mind that music is about singing, and it's a default mindset. In
misconception.
A misconception in typical African setting, like to be like music, it's not to sing, you should go and make first class, and it's not that way. The study takes a whole lot.
Okay.
The study takes a whole lot, honestly, and it's not fun as the performance.
Okay.
There is this quote we had on some of our t-shirts. It said, when the pain penetrates, the sound resonates. I really didn't like that quote initially, and thank God it was changed in the long run, because I really saw that, yes, the pain of coming up with the whole performance and people are excited is so much. You practice and practice, it's not convenient, you try to perfect, you just keep working, you're on your toes, so it's not as easy as people think, right?
Okay.
And music is quite broad, especially in an institution like this, not a conservatory where you have to focus. Maybe just do violin and voice, and there are tutors. But here, it's a university, so you're expected to know it all, right? So you're expected to have general knowledge, you're expected to do this and that. It's so much that people's expectations really drop. Yeah, mine did. When I came in, I was thinking it's going to be, all easy, but no, it hit me. I had to just readjust myself and then get ready for it. So please, it's not what you think. It takes a lot of hard work, studies. You have to be up and doing. You have to be fitting into composition, singing, a lot of things.
It sounds like a lot already.
It is a lot. In fact, I tell people that it shouldn't be a department, it should be a faculty.
Wow. So that means a very demanding course.
It is, honestly.
Does the course really allow students to like engage in, let's say, extracurricular activities or something like that?
Honestly, if you want to stand out, unless you just want to come and go.
On average.
If you really want to stand out, you may not really have all of the time for all those extra activities, honestly, because the requirements and the things we do in the department alone, you're taking a lot of time. Let alone your own personal plans, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't give us so much time to do the extras.
All right. So how did you get involved in music? Was it from childhood?
Okay. Yes, I would say. I started singing from my primary school. I joined the primary school small choir for the devotions here. And then from there, when I entered secondary school, I joined our church choir and then the school choir. So it's been there. Throughout my secondary school, I'd been in choir and I started learning some instruments from then. So it's been there from my childhood.
So what are those things you did that, made you to emerge with first class?
Alright, I'll just say that there are no secrets if you ask me. It's just basically the things I did that worked for me. Maybe people don't know, okay? And it would be best if you are out there and you want to achieve success, you find out what works for you.
Okay.
First of all, I'm a kind of person that I like scheduling, so I have my timetable. to myself from the very first semester to the very last semester in this school. I had timetables every semester.
Personal timetable.
Yes, not subject timetable, like from when you wake up till when you sleep in the night. So I had timetables regulating me.
Your schedule.
Yes, so even if I don't follow like 100%, at least it makes me know you're meant to achieve this in a day. You're meant to have this free time. You're meant to have this. So it made me have an overview of how my life should be sort of per semester. So that's it. That one helped me. I had myself planned. So there was no time for unnecessary visitations, right? And some things that are not really important unless they are. So that kept me uptight, right? Then again, I realized that with the way the department is, or was rather, it would be best I plan myself for in the day.
Okay.
So I barely read in the night because of the stress of the department. So I plan myself, yes, after lectures I read, I practice and do everything. And then finally go home and sleep or crash. The next morning I'm up again for early morning rehearsal. So my life was just going in that circle. It's not as if something should prompt me to read in the night that I wouldn't.
Okay.
But basically I planned myself for that, and I think it helped me a whole lot.
Okay.
And then again I had senior colleagues I was working with. Okay. A lot of us have to understand that we really can't do it all alone. I mean, those of us that are interested in music or already studying the music, I had some people ahead of me who were really putting me through some stuff. Yes, exactly. So some things that I wasn't sure about, I didn't know whether or not to, work with, go with. Okay, I spoke with them and they helped me, they directed me, and they taught me at some point. Yeah, and then again, I want to add this because this is very important, right? I pray. So as much as I study, as much as I'm disciplined, try to stick to time, I do this and I do that. I try my best. I pray. Not I try my best. I pray. So the God factor, there is very important because He is the root of my success. So I cannot measure my success without mentioning God. So these are basically the things I really put up to achieve this success.
Wow, that is awesome. So most persons would describe first class students as these people who live this triangular life, like from maybe fellowship to school to the department. Like, was it the same for you?
I would say it was almost like that for me. Although naturally now, I'm not the whole outing kind of person normally, right? So it was not too different or too difficult for me to just maintain that life, library, fellowship, back home, and then school and all. But at some point, some activities in the department I would just attend, some extras I would attend them. So
you can see them.
Yeah, thank you.
Describe a typical day like a student. Like, what was your activities like?
Okay. Wake up in the morning as early as 5.
Okay.
And then prepare to leave about 6 or past 6 for rehearsal at 7. Okay. We do this like 4 times to about 5 times in a week, depending on the level, but basically 4 times out of 5 school days. So I leave in the morning, I go for rehearsal. Rehearsal lasts for 2 hours, so it ends by 9. Okay. Then from 9, we have classes till about, let's say 1 or 2. And then once I'm done with that, I'm off to the stadium where I normally stay to practice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm off there to practice for about 1-2 hours to do my voice and do some other stuff. Okay, my exam pieces. And then once I'm done, I could just walk down to the library or go to a sport I do go to here in school to read because it's quite cool.
Okay.
And then fellowship comes in the evening most times, so I'll just stick around. Once I'm done reading, I'll go there. I didn't add the fact that I would have to eat in between, right? That may not be very necessary, okay? That may not be very necessary, but this is it for a student life,
Yeah, some students will like say they spend 8 hours, 9 hours, reading. So like, how many hours did you put into academic work?
Okay, my course is it demands both the theory and the practical. But the practicals seem like big for me because you have to stand to defend alone. Although no, the theory you have to write alone, right? But then the practicals, there's no time for stop. Sorry, okay, I made a mistake. I'll repeat. You just have to be fluent. You have to play well to get your grades.
Okay.
So I spend time sort of more in my practice right? And then the theory, maybe less. So about I could read for about 2 hours or so at a stretch, but then I've practiced for about 8 hours.
Wow.
At a go. And that period was like back to back to back. So I practiced from morning till like evening. So the practices, yeah.
So you made mention about having a background in music before getting to university. Was that an advantage to you?
Big time.
Okay.
Big time it was.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will recommend this to everybody. I will tell everyone coming from music, especially here in Nigeria, to try to have some basic knowledge about music before coming in, so you won't choke. Honestly.
Okay. So as a student, were you involved in any, let's say, business side also, sort of? Because the reality now is that every student has to find something in combination with their academics.
Yes. All right. So when I started out in my study here in first year, I got a student, someone I was teaching the piano.
Okay.
I have some basic knowledge of the piano. So piano was my first instrument actually. Okay. Yeah, but I came to school, I focused on the violin. So I got a student, I was taking on that. But I think it wasn't very convenient for me, although it was like once a week or twice. But I wasn't really cool with it, so I stopped. After the first, I think, few months, I stopped.
But the pay was good, right?
It wasn't bad.
It was okay.
It wasn't really bad. Yeah, it was fair.
But
as a student, right? Sometimes before money comes, you've already made some expenses in your mind. Yeah, so that's it. But then I stopped. I didn't work in my second year. Then in lockdown, thank God for lockdown. So I found myself in the internet, on the social media.
Yeah.
So I started moving my work to my phone.
Okay, content creation.
Content creation, and I teach online as well.
Wow.
So I really basically teach online the violin. I have students for violin. I had and I still have students on voice, and then piano too.
Were you making money like teaching students online?
Of course, that's the idea. I teach. I have courses online. I've been having people, signing up for my courses, and it's been fine.
So, tell me what's one memorable experience you had while in university?
The good memory I want to share here is the time I was given the award of the best performer.
Wow.
In the department. That award never existed before I came. Right, so the HOD then in my third year just set it up. Okay. So he was there in the panel for everyone who performed, and then in the end he said I was the best performer on the violin. And so I got myself a new violin, a new concert violin. So wow. I was so happy.
That sounds expensive.
I wrote it down in my book of goals before I came. So when I saw that being achieved, I checked it and I was very happy. So
I think I should bring my goals and put in that your book. Everything seems to be working there. Yeah. But was there any regrets so far?
Regrets studying music?
Yeah, regrets studying music, being in university and all of that.
No, I don't have any. This is what I know I'm meant to do. This is like my purpose, and I'm glad fulfilling it.
Okay. So if I'm to ask you in a job interview, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? You're done with school, what next?
Okay, first of all, I'd love to further in my studies. Okay. I really love to further my academics and then maybe push it to professorship or something.
Okay.
Right. But at the same time, I still want to maintain my performance life.
Okay.
So I really see myself progressing and becoming a big name. I already have a brand name, more like a music brand, but then it has some other businesses running under it. So I see that brand, Jella Aspiration, that's the name of my brand, Jella Aspiration. So I see that name becoming a household name.
Yeah.
So beyond that, to myself, by God's grace, I'll just keep pushing in my performances, in my affecting lives, and then in my studies.
What advice do you have for a student that is aspiring to make a first class or do well academically? First
of all, you have to find what will work for you. It's very important. Very, very important. Know yourself, know what works for you. Don't go with the tide. Don't go with it works for everybody. It's this way, you're putting your head. Just dare to stand out. There are certain things you don't just have to do. Okay? And then study and practice.